episode was a huge milestone for us.
The writing is great, the acting is great, the editing is great, the music is great.
You can't have a 100th episode without a huge fan base.
Without the fans, we wouldn't be here, so I give 100% credit to them.
It's been quite a ride.
And it still feels fresh, and it still feels exciting, so hopefully we'll continue for another 100.
The 100th celebration was great to have. Obviously, we wanted to celebrate the fact that we've made it.
I was surprised it got on the air, and now that we're here at 100, it's phenomenal. It's great, it really is.
We're extremely excited. It's very funny, we got a memo and it said, we've done 6,000 episodes. No, it's really 100, but it feels like 6,000. And I think it's a bit of both. It feels like it's gone by really, really quickly, and also we're very tired.
It's hard to even sort of internalize. It doesn't feel like it's been that long. It doesn't. Every time I try to remind myself that we're 5 years in, it doesn't quite compute. It doesn't, I don't know, it just feels surreal.
To be part of TV history, I've kind of experienced a little bit before, but not to be in it from the genesis to now, and it's been a blast.
Shonda and Betsy and the writers have just created incredible characters, and the characters are really what drives the show.
You're fantastic.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. It's my #1 fan.
I'm really excited to be part of it, you know. It's like, I mean, it's hard to be in this business, tough business sometimes, but this place feels like a family.
And here we are, 100 episodes later, and we're all together, we're all doing the same thing, and that is, to me, a huge accomplishment.
Big day. Biggest day of your life.
Don't do that.
The 100th episode is a tribute to everybody, and we wanted to make it special. As the director of the episode,
Action!
we have a system set up at Gray's that starts with, obviously, getting the script. Shonda wrote the script.
I put a huge amount of pressure on myself to sort of write an episode that felt worthy of being the 100th episode.
It's not the biggest day of my life, it's the biggest day of Izzy's life. I'm excited about the marriage, not some wedding. Anyway, she's the one who's gone all bridezilla.
Bridezilla. But I thought, like, what do the fans want to see? Like, what would be great for them? Like, what would be kind of a gift for them for having watched all this time?
It's a really powerful episode for the 100th episode, and it's about beginnings and endings, you know, as I think this show does well all the time.
Okay, charge to 200.
Becca, what's going on?
This is the biggest day of my life.
Where in the hell is Hunt?
It's emotionally what Shonda does best, which is the mixture of incredible sadness and pain.
I think she's really gonna die.
And the incredible joy and relief.
She's right. The dress isn't for Meredith.
Shonda did an amazing job writing that episode. I mean, it's quintessentially Shonda in so many ways, because I think, first of all, the case is so dramatically terrifying, and the whole concept of this valedictorian having to give her speech and how it's the first day of the rest of her life.
Becca, just give me your speech. You worked hard on it, so you should do it right now. Come on.
Today's the day my life begins.
That's the thing that somehow or another Shonda always gets to the core of, which is, in the most extreme situations, how will you behave? How will you perform? How will you actually hold yourself? I think it's an amazingly dignified episode of television.
Time of death, 10:45.
He's coding. Get a crash cart.
Our show has table reads, usually at least 3 days before we start shooting.
The important part of it for me is we finally get to hear the words sort of aloud.
You slept here? I'm awake. What? You slept here? I slept here.
I always like being at the table reads because it just gives you a chance to hear what you're going to do, and then if you have any issues with it, the writer is right there, and you could get to hear what it is in your storyline context with everyone else.
I do the actual screen direction reading at the table read. He replaces the syringe, more and more blood, some going into the syringe, some flowing out of the wound. My focus really isn't on performance of the actors, and you know, some of them try to give a performance, others just are reading it just to hear it for the first time also. So for me, I'm listening to reactions.
I depend on the table reads a lot just to give voice to that episode and to see what the arc of the episode is, sort of the way the writers do. Once they, you know, they finish it and they've set all the characters in their head, now they need to hear it.
Then why is Denny here?
I think it's
fun to play with each other as actors sitting around a table. There's a lot of potential there, and you feel it and you see it, and, you know, hopefully it works.
Hallucinations are neurons firing in the brain.
Like seizures. Is Denny here now?
No.
Can you summon him in a
It's always a surprise from script to script where our characters are going. So it's always kind of nice to know that, what's up.
The writers want to hear what the words sound like, and contingent upon how well they work or don't work at the table read sort of determines whether or not they're going to change things.
He got you a solo surgeon. Happy wedding day, man.
For me, it's a chance to hear things, hear what doesn't feel right, make changes, make cuts, discover something's funny that you didn't know was funny and sort of play to it.
It doesn't work like that. He comes and he goes, why?
Yeah, why, Shepard?
Derek Shepard.